Could you try sharing now?
Yeah. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yes, perfect. So it works.
Right. You can see the screen, the slides changing as well, right?
Yes, we can. So it's all fine. So we will now go off, and I will start in a couple of minutes. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
great.
perfectly fine.
Thank you, Govind. Look forward. Good evening, everyone. Hope you can hear me and see my screen.
Yes.
Great. So that's yet another interesting evening. My name is Menaka, and it's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the Product Leadership Festival hosted by the Institute of Product Leadership. We are at the second day of the leadership edition of the festival. We have enjoyed hosting expert practitioners from all over the world on our product, data, and design edition. And we are here now on the fourth leg, bringing to you amazing personalities to share their wisdom. We're delighted to have you with us. Hearty welcome. In case you missed our previous editions of the festival, we have made available for you the recording of all the sessions here. Please check out videos.productleadershipfestival.com. Let me give you a brief intro to the Institute of Product Leadership. We are a global B school for technology and product innovators. We are also knowledge partners for organizations worldwide. Founded in 2012, the Institute has built and developed a great ecosystem of product leaders and now design and data leaders as well. And by the way, we are now live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter as well. And you can find the LinkedIn live URL on your chat window. Please share it with your colleagues. You don't want them to miss this wonderful opportunity. So here is the agenda for today. That is the day 2 of the leadership edition. So at 8 p.m. we have Govind Balakrishnan, and at 9 p.m. we have Ashutosh Banerjee. Now between these two sessions there won't be any break, so please make sure to stay through and enjoy both the sessions. Win some exciting prizes also on this festival. Scan the QR code and refer your friends and family to climb up the leaderboard. And what will you win? A one-on-one mentoring session with our expert practitioner speakers. So don't miss this opportunity. I will give you a moment here. Please scan this QR code and get your mentoring session. And also this will be available on your chat window. Now, for the first session by Govind, please scan this QR code and be ready to ask questions on the dedicated LinkedIn URL. This is very important. I will give you a moment to scan this QR code and be ready for all the questions that you want to ask our esteemed speaker. And this URL to ask question will be available on your chat window also. Now, why this is important? If you ask your questions in the chat window, we might miss it out. There is too much of chatter going on, and we might miss the questions. And we do not want any of your questions to be missed by the speaker. Also, another thing is that on the LinkedIn URL, this conversation can continue, and the speaker can, if time permits, the speaker can address your questions there, and you can always go back and refer to your question and the answers there. So the conversation continues after the festival also. Please keep this ready, and this is important. Allow me to welcome Sai Satish Vedam, facilitator of this session. Sai is executive coach at IPL. He is most recently he was director of product management at Oracle. Sai, we are very very happy to have you with us here, and look forward to great hosting from you. Please take over the session.
Thank you, Menaka, and hello and welcome all of you again for the fourth edition, day 2 of Product Leadership Festival. These next, yesterday, today, and the next 2 days are going to be focused on leadership, and I'm sure you're enjoying and learning from some of the actionable insights that you're gaining through this. Today, I'd like to, it's my privilege and pleasure to introduce all of you to just the man who is going to very right for talking about, presenting to us on the topic. And the topic, of course, is leading to win in a rapidly changing world by influencing disruption and innovation. Can I ask Govind Balakrishnan to turn on his video and say hi, just to see if you're all visible? Thank you, Govind. Hi.
Hi, Sai.
Thanks for joining, Govind.
Yep.
And we'll get started. For a lot of people who are joining this, or most of the people, the company that you are a senior vice president of for products and engineering is not new. It is Adobe, and Govind leads the creative cloud products and services. He's been with Adobe for more than 15 years and has spent last few years developing the Creative Cloud's mobile app portfolio and services strategy, right? So if you are a creative, if you are in design, if you're in graphics, I'm pretty sure that you're familiar with that portfolio. What an incredible portfolio. And thanks for bringing that to the market, Govind. Prior to that, interestingly, Govind was a creator of Flashlight. And Flashlight, by the way, was a pretty big business for Adobe, right? About upwards of $100 million, I believe. And then Govind went on to be responsible for the overall Flash platform. I'm sure we all remember Flash and have used Flash for most of our work lives, and even saw some amazing animations and videos on browsers. One of the first platforms to bring that to the browser, and of course it went on beyond that, authoring, animation, and even runtime environments. And before Adobe, this is interesting to me because it's one of my favorite softwares, by the way, Govind, Maya 3D. And I'm happy to be talking to an architect of Maya 3D, the animation and modeling software before it was snapped up by Autodesk. And for those of you who are not familiar with this is the software that actually is used in some of the most popular movies that you probably know. If you're a fan of a Star Wars or Ice Age or Lord of the Rings and Spider-Man, and many of these movies have actually used this software extensively, right? And that's another piece of incredible software where Govind was an architect for. Now, some interesting things about Govind, apart from the work aspects of it, apparently he starts his day with a run. Now, I'm sure that is on the wish list of many of the people here. We just don't get to it, and I'm glad at least you're able to do that. And also, he likes to sign up for more courses than we could complete. I suppose that is true for a lot of people too. I think the curiosity and the interest to learn different things is absolutely something that every leader should aspire to and should continue to do that. He's also an avid traveler. Also, he was awarded by the California Diversity Council as the Multicultural Leadership Award, right? He's received recipient of that award. Congratulations on that, Govind. And with that, I would, let you start your presentation. But before that, I had a quick burning question, Govind, if you don't mind. And I'm sure many of you've heard this from many people, but this is something that it's been going on. And this is to do with the topic, right? Very relevant, the disruption in the industry that happens. So, how did the leadership team and you in Adobe react to when Apple pulled the plug on the Flash platform? Right, and this is a big disruption for the industry, for the market, and of course for your multi-million-dollar business here, right? So if you could spend a couple of minutes before, I don't know if you're going to cover that in your slides, but I thought from a personal experience, that's going to be certainly useful for us to hear directly from your mouth.
No, that's great, and thank you, Sai. Before I dive into the into answering that question, thank you very much to you and to the Institute of Product Leadership for this opportunity. I think all of you are doing an amazing job by putting this whole festival together, and more importantly, the overall program. So thanks a lot for inviting me and giving me this this opportunity to present and participate in this festival and speak to the group today. I'm really looking forward to sharing some of my thoughts and hearing what questions come up as we go through the presentation.
Absolutely.
But directly, answering your question directly, it literally came out of nowhere, right? I mean, that's the part that I think was quite interesting. And I'm going to be spending a little bit of time talking about disruption, but not in the specific context around Flash. But the reality is that it came out of nowhere. It was not something that we were expecting. The truth be told, this was a case where disruption caught us completely unawares. And the good news is that we chose to pivot, right? We tried a few things right away. We tried to sort of openly embrace Apple and say that we are willing and able and ready to work with them. But at the same time, we explored all other avenues that we had for addressing